T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. Trap Talk presents New Breed on the Block series. I'm your boy, MJ. What is good? If this is your first time tapping in, do your boy a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Just smash the shit out of it, because you do that, you'll stay on top of every podcast I drop here on the Trap Talk Podcast YouTube channel. Shout out to all my subscribers out there. I salute you guys. If you're looking for exclusive content, or if you want to, let's just say you're just getting into this, right, man? If you're looking for some homies, man, you want to get directed into the right department of certain species other than ball pythons. If you just want to grow into this shit, the best thing you can do, man, I'm telling you right now, go down to the link below, the very first link in the description. Click on the Trap Talk Patreon link and become a part of the Patreon family. Once you get tapped into the family, you get a link to the Discord, and then this will tap you in with all 145 Patreon members that are tapped into the Discord. Up and jumping. This shit is cracking. I got to say thank you to all my Patreon members. I love you guys so much. I also bring exclusive content to the Patreon platform. The Soundtrack Chronicles being one thing. I also am dropping something for the Patreon members. If any of you guys remembered, I talked about this, I think last week. Was it last week? About my incubator that I unplugged by accident, and the shit was fucking off for like 4.5, 5 days. So basically cooking at 76, 77 for about 4 days. I cut one of those clutches open. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys know what was in that clutch, how it looks, what the deal is. Cut them on day 56, whatever. But yeah, Patreon members, that shit's coming this week. Be ready for it. I just want to say my Patreon members is really my biggest motivation. They keep me driving and whatnot, because they just bring me so much. And I got to say, thank you to my Patreon members. I love you guys, but any kind of support means everything to me. Just you watching this right now, spending your life with me. Cheers to you. I got some decoy, you know what I'm saying? I figure wine, I could still kind of keep MJ from going full MJ. I was drinking vodka for like the last few months. I'm not trying to make an excuse or anything like that, but I was pretty heavy on these Bloody Marys. And I could notice the steering wheel kind of veering to the right sometimes mentally, you know what I mean? So I think I'm just going to hold on to the red wine for now. But anyways, I got to say before we move into oh, wait, hold on. Patreon members, I love you guys. I'm totally fucking spacing out. I had a hell of a day, by the way. But anyways, guys, also go give me a follow on Instagram as well. The Trap Talk God 619 on Instagram. Go give the podcast's page on Instagram a follow as well, the Trap Talk Podcast. If you're on Facebook, please go follow your boy on Facebook, the Trap Talk Podcast. Go like that shit. I really appreciate it. I would like any kind of clout I could get off Facebook. And I'm going to be doing some cool stuff on Facebook Lives here in the near future. 2023 looking pretty bright. I'm just going to be doing some big things here with the podcast coming in 2023. So just be ready for that. And if you want to drop a super chat, man, right there. If you're in the live, 50 people already up and cracking. Let's go. But if you're in the live chats, man, hit a super chat, man. Send a super chat for me, Brian. If you got a question, a topic, you want to know anything, don't be shy with that shit, man. Let's drop it. And yeah, got to say that this episode is brought to you by my boy TJ from TOFAUTI, Royals of Africa. My boy right here, man. He's coming in hot. I mean, he made a name for himself on the underground scene late last year. This year, his face has been a lot more at these big shows, meeting a lot of people. So a lot of people are starting to meet TJ. I could tell you by next year, this fool is going to be one of them. He's going to be one of the heaviest ones. He's going to be like, there's a lot of heavy ones. Don't get me wrong, but he's going to be up in that category. I feel like, man. So get ahead of the curve, man. If you don't know my boy TJ, go fuck with him right now. Go to Instagram, give him a follow. TOFAUTI, Royals of Africa. This is a guy who has a legit, real deal Mandarin project, like the real Mandarin shit. You know what I'm saying? TJ, thank you so much for your love and support. Looking forward to working with you in 2023. It's going to be a great year, my man. I already feel it. Who the hell is here in the early birds ready for my boy Brian? Because I can tell you right now, the early birds is up and jumping right now, dog. Fulio in the building. What's good, player? Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. That's what I'm talking about. WTTG. That's welcome to the Grow Tent. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. I appreciate you so much, player. Look at the homie Big Mike, the OG Patreon member. 1776 Exotics America. That's my dog. Please go give him a follow. He's such an OG. That's my dog. Inquiline. What's up, player? Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Chantel, what's up, homegirl? Pacific Rim Serpents, Trap Talk Patreon member, Team Zoo Dreams, Trap Talk Management. She's part of my new management team. Chantel, ladies and gentlemen, congratulate her, but go give her a follow on Instagram. It's my dog. It's my road dog. Here's my other homie right here, Adler. God bless Adler for putting up with MJ. I love you, Adler. Good talk today. Want to say real quick, guys, I kind of sped things. Like I said, this day's been kind of weird, but you guys could actually go ahead and follow whatever it is that I have going on at my website. So my website was actually designed by my good buddy over here, Adler, at Serpent Eclipse Reptiles. But anyways, back what I was saying, if you kind of want to see what I have going on other than, you know, what you see here in the podcast, go to trappodcast.com. Hover over one of these if you want to see what's going on. You know, you have the Trap Talk stuff, you have vlog stuff, my animal sales at Morph Market, and then you have the Patreon family. So I just got to say, oh, yeah, if you want to know about me, you can know about me as well. Shit. Go check it out. Trappodcast.com. Appreciate you, Adler. You're my boy. Also, Adler's hella Trap Talk Patreon member, Trap Talk Management Team all day, every day. Look at the homie Shane in the building. What is up, player? Trap Talk Patreon member, Trap Talk Management Team, Zoo Dreams all day, every day. Is my dog right here. Appreciate you so much. Slithery Serpents, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Sean Perry all day. Sound Serpents in the building. Thanks for tapping in. Trap Talk Patreon member. It's my dog. Barbara J. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Team Zoo Dreams in the building. That's my dog. JKJ. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. What is good? Central Jersey Exotics. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Runyon Reptiles. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. What is good? I love it. You can tell me I get my energy up when I see the trappers in the building. Kenneth Evans, LMK Reptiles. What is up, player? Sammy Vargas. Are you a boxer? Sound like a boxer. I think it was somebody else. 905 Royals. What is good? Thanks for tapping in. Deviant Glass blows the best shit. Like, you know, like as far as glass goes. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. These nuts. My boy Dylan. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. The homie Troy Schroeder. You gotta say cheers to the homie Troy. What a guy. And what a real one. I can't imagine having a podcast where real ones like Troy don't show up. Thank you, Troy. It means a lot having you here. It's my dog. I hope you, by the way, how did St. Louis go? Anybody out there have feedback on St. Louis? Big sales, medium sales, no sales, record sales. Let me know. Drop a comment. Curious how St. Louis went. Sorry I missed it. Do my best to make all the NARBCs next year. Shout out to the sponsor. Shout out to Brian Potter and Bob Ashley. Eric's Morph Factory. What is up? Thanks for tapping in. Jacob Letterbetter Civil Serpents, a.k.a. the professor, a.k.a. the Morph professional in the Trap Talk management team. It's my boy right here. Day one, homie, for sure. And this motherfucker's popping off. I'm glad you're still my boy, even though you're cracking off right now, Jacob. I hope it doesn't change when your years continue and you keep hatching all this DG clown stuff. That's right. This motherfucker hatches out DG clown shit. Okay, you ball python people. So go give my boy a follow. Don't sleep on the homie Jacob, because he's literally like in this to hook people up. This fool's really he's a good one. He's one of the good ones. My boy Jacob. Love you, Jacob. Thank you for all your love and support. You're a real one. Joe DeStefano, my dog right here. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Rainy Day Reptiles. All day you're pairing if that was my name. Appreciate that so much, man. That's a good name. Cruz, my dog Diego. We got to talk later, bro. Stick around if you can listen. I had an accident, okay, and it involves what we've been working on. My boy Diego has been working with me the last few days, building this new enclosure for Alice and Mac, and I don't even want to tell you what the fuck happened. Literally an hour before this podcast. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but Diego, if I don't talk about it tonight, I will tell you right after this show, okay? But it's my dog right here, Diego, Cruz Family Constrictors. Go give him a follow. MKB Reptiles in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Josh Stover in the building. Mickey Morphs. Mickey Morphs. Derek Pies in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Tasty Hill Herb. That's an OG viewer right here. What's good? Thanks for tapping in. Morphinary Arts. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Blake Royal, Bama Reptiles. Look who, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Michelle from Mosh Balls, my girl right here, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Philip K. What's up, Philip K? Brandon Hernandez, Trap Talk Patreon member all day. Look at Dell Richards in the building. What's up, Dell? Cracking off right here. Constricted Reptiles. Spectral 7, what is up? Let's see. I'm going to end it with my wife, man, of course, because I'm going to end everything my wife. My wife's my ride or die. Thank you so much, babe, for helping me with the dilemma that I just talked about. Literally, my Lily was my fucking savior. You should have been here, Diego. You should have been here. I'm just kidding. Babe, I love you so much. Thanks for dealing with my crazy ass. And I do want to end it with, as far as before we get into things, I want to end it with this awesome super chat. Mr. Nobody from KS. Well, you know what? You're somebody to me. You're hella somebody. Can we change your name to Mr. Trapper from KS? Is that doable? Can I maybe have you tap in next episode and it says Mr. Trapper from KS? Is that possible? Because you're not a nobody. I know nobodies. You're not a nobody. I'm telling you right now. Oh my God. Celebrity Appearance Award. Celebrity Appearance Award. Joel Woolsey, State 48 Exotics. End it in style. Hope you guys are ready for this Thursday night. Got me and my boy Joel. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But guys, it is New Breed on the Block series. I got to say, I'm very excited for my man, Brian. Super low-key guy, man. But, you know, we don't want to know what's not low-key is his support for people. This motherfucker has always pulled up into my lives, always been positive, always shown mad love. And you know what? Without getting too political, you know, he has other people that don't feel the same about me, but he doesn't let any of that kind of get involved. Like, he's just about his shit. I have so much respect for my boy Brian, and we're going to tap in with my homie right now. We're going to see what he has going on with his collection. I want to know his story. I want to know what the fuck was going on in his life before he got into this game, because I'm sure we all got a story, right? But I hope you guys are ready. Stay hydrated. Stay ready to rock and roll. It's going to get hot. It's going to get heavy. Strap the fuck on. We have the New Breed on the Block series, my boy Brian Ethan Hatchery. This is episode 265. Let's go. Gee.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasters?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live and direct with that Ethan Hatchery. My dog. What is up?
What's up, man?
Do you remember the first time I read your name on the live and how stoked I was to read your name? I just liked it. I don't know why. Bro, I can't help but to be so excited for people who put a lot of thought into their name. Like, because it's like anyone could just be like, okay, blank exotics or blank reptiles. Like, what's the real meaning of your name? So I got to say, dude, Ethan Hatchery on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? Yeah! That was hard. That was hard. I love it. I love it. That was sick.
Well, I
Brian,
gotta say, bro, I'm just fucking happy to be here, man.
This is dude. I gotta say, man, the energy's already outmatched others that I brought on a New Breed on the Block. No one's ever brought a horn on like that. That is epic.
Yeah, I took that playbook out of Antoine Hood's playbook right there.
You know, that is you, dude. You're right. That is an Antoine Hood maneuver. Oh
100%.
That is, dude, very well played. I gotta say, Brian. But bro, listen, Great to have you on the show. How you living? Where you at in the country, if you don't mind? Let us know where you reside from.
I'm in North Central Florida in Silver Springs, just a little east of Ocala, in between Daytona and Ocala.
Born and raised?
No, I was born and raised in upstate New York.
Shit. Okay. When did you make the move down to Florida?
About 6 years ago. After my mom had passed away, the only family I really had for my kids was down here. So
Okay.
I just uprooted my whole life for my kids to be closer to their family.
You know, it's crazy how much, like, you know, me, I always, you know, I love my family, don't get me wrong, but I've had a relationship up like this with my family, right? But I feel like a lot of that would be like put aside if I had kids involved, right? Like it's more like personal and petty, right? But having kids around family is like, I feel like, especially family that loves you and whatnot, like, I think that's very important. I think that's probably wise of you to do, you know, especially, you know, it's love. Kids need to be loved. They need that kind of shit. You know what I mean? They need to feel that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Like at the time, it was definitely the right move.
How old are you, Brian?
48.
Damn, I was thinking 10 years less. Thought you were my age or something. How many kids you got?
3 boys.
Wow, 3 boys. You know, it's usually typical, like, oh, you got 3 girls. Or I always hear girls, always girls. I like to hear the boys, man. You got 3 fucking strong seeds right there. Not that a girl isn't a strong seed. I'm just saying, like, 3 boys. Like, what the fuck, man? What's that been like?
3 swinging dicks, man. It's fucking great.
What are their ages?
25, 18, and 15. 26, 18, and 15.
Holy shit. So you had them young, bro.
My first one was I had 22 and then 30 and 33, I believe.
Okay, so not 2 YouTube, but the first one was the 26. That's pretty young. That's but you know, I've heard younger, but damn, okay.
27. Man,
20.
I'm lost, bro.
So I'm curious, man. I mean, it's so fucking nuts that you've had. I can only imagine the amount of shit that's been on your plate throughout raising 3 kids. You know, who God knows, you know, I don't give a fuck how awesome your job is. I don't give a fuck how perfect the money situation is. Life happens, bro. Like, especially with 3 kids, life's gonna happen. And I'm curious how you were able to deal with that and then get into the animals, or were the animals always a part of your life before having the kids, that kind of thing. I want to know, when did the animals mesh in?
The whole animal thing was growing up as a little kid. You know, I mean, it's the same story with a lot of these guys.
Right.
I grew up right next to the Hudson River where it meets the Mohawk River. So I was catching turtles almost every day, snakes, all kinds of stuff, fishing, hunting.
Respect.
The whole gamut of whatever you could collect out of the river, we did it.
Yeah. So, you know, I think my biggest question for that, Brian, is like, you know, you got a rack behind you, right? So now this is more of like, you're breeding for a purpose. You know what I mean? Was this recent? Was this idea like to start having snakes inside of a rack system something that just recently came into your life, or was that always something a part of your life?
No, recently, truthfully, about 4 years ago, my youngest son wanted a ball python for his birthday. So I was like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Let's, you know, figure out how to take care of the thing and we'll get one. So we ended up getting one. Well, I ended up taking care of it. And I realized that, it was kind of easy to take care of. You know, it's a pretty decent animal to take care of as long as you do it right. So I grabbed a couple more. And then I needed rats. So I hopped on Facebook local groups, found somebody that sold rats, met their husband who breeded ball pythons and other snakes, started buying snakes off him, got to know him. Basically from there, I started breeding.
Wow. And, you know, God bless the kids, man, you know, because it's the inner kid of you that's reacting out to this, right? Like this is why, Brian, I was like, man, is this real life? Am I doing something for a living that makes me feel like a kid? Like, this makes me feel like a fucking kid. You know what I mean? But more business structured, because what I mean is, like, I have all these snakes. I play with snakes every day. Like, how is that not a kid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, mind you, I have to fucking delegate, you know, this, you know, the podcast is like, you know, there was a time and place where I was only doing like 1 podcast a week. So I had a lot of time on my hands. You know what I mean? but that also concerned me. I didn't like that because when I realized I had time on my hands, I thought too much about my collection. I thought too much about pairings and like, you know, I really wanted certain things to go down, and you know, I just was too much thinking, you know, like too much in my head. So, you know, it's just it's crazy how things could speed up though, you know, and what I mean by that, it's as quick as I was able to get more podcasts rolling, like I had the most clutches I've ever had this year, you know what I mean? And one thing I'm like, fuck, like I'm starting to feel like I do have a job now, and it's the snakes, because I've had the most clutches I've ever had, and I haven't even put these fucking things in morph market yet. I have over 40 something snakes in a fucking goddamn rack. They all, you know, doing great. I just haven't had time to put them on morph market. And it's like, it's stressful, man. But like, you know, it's just, you gotta make time for it, you know? And I'm curious, with you, right? Like you got a 9 to 5, right? You're, what do you do for a living?
I do commercial roofing for a living.
Bro, you're a roofer, bro?
Yeah.
Wow. That's hard fucking work. That is backbreaking work right there, bro. Roofing fucking is brutal. I think I saw, hold on. Who's Andy? Shout out to the homie Andy. Albany Rooftop shouting you out, bro. Hell
that's
yeah.
That's one of the roof shop guys I used to work with back home in upstate New York.
That's hard.
What's up, dude?
So roofing, man. I mean, like, obviously it's like, I don't know, you got to be born for something like that, bro. I mean, you've been rooting for roofing how many years now?
Over 20.
And you know, obviously roofing, it does bring pretty good money, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I live pretty comfortable, especially for where I live.
Right.
You know, this is a lower income area.
Okay.
So I do pretty good for where I live.
Now, how's it been delegating, you know, working the 9 to 5 you've been working for 20 plus years? Because here's the thing, bro, like God bless you holding down the 9 to 5 that you've been holding now, especially as a roofer, right? And I'm sure there's OT involved. I'm sure there's ways to make your extra money, right?
Yeah, of course.
Given the time of year and whatnot, right? But here's my thing, man. Like I was always in sales, and I always had a job where it was up to me how much money I made because I sold, right? So if I had a shitty month, I'd always blame myself, you know, because any job I ever had that just had a salary, like if I had something that was just a salary, I don't care how much the money is, I outlive it. I outgrow it. Like I can't, like there's a certain point where I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? That's why my whole life I've always had a hustle. I've always, like, you know, I talk about how I had a job at Verizon Wireless at 19 making over, you know, 90 G's a year, but I still had to make more after a while. Like after that, it wasn't enough. How's that not enough for a fucking, like, that should be enough, right? But I just was out of control, right? Now what I'm getting at with you, right? You having the job that you've had with the income that you've had throughout the 20 plus years, how are you delegating, taking some out, putting it into projects? Like what's your motion behind you in your growth with all this right now?
Budgeting for it.
Right.
Cutting out things that wasn't necessities.
100%.
Basically, and focus it more onto something that I can invest in that would be more malleable for my future.
Tell me more about that if you don't mind. Like what are some of the things that you realize that kind of was an unnecessary spend, or maybe just something that you didn't have to spend money on yet? Yeah, anything you can think of? Yeah,
absolutely. I used to buy a lot of lottery tickets. I haven't bought a lottery ticket, and I can't even remember the last time I bought a lottery ticket. So that I cut that expenditure out, which helped me put money aside for buying snakes and the material for the racks behind me and stuff like that. I quit drinking a while back. So that put out, you know, quite a bit of money back into my pocket too.
What about
a little on the recreational things?
What about within the collection? Like, have you had to maybe like sell a certain snake that you didn't need yet, or have you ever had something and you realized this isn't going to work out and you had to move it and stuff like that? Are you delegating your collection like that at all?
Yes, 100%. When I first got into this, I bought a lot of things on site. I was like, yeah, that looks cool. I'm going to buy that, you know, and right. What I'm coming to find out is that once you get into this, those plans change real quick the more you learn. Yeah. And so I got things that I've gotten rid of for better things.
which I feel like that's always the case. I mean, I could tell you even the big dogs, bro, like they sit back and they look like, do I need this? And then they either have someone or they can even just like, think of like, I mean, I hate that I always bring up Justin, but goddamn, like, I don't know how many snakes that motherfucker sold at his Patreon party. He probably sold like 60 plus snakes. Like, it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I guarantee with snakes, he probably wasn't like willing to sell, but how's he going to say no to the money? It's like, fuck, So, I think at the end of the day, it's like everyone needs to sit back, especially if you haven't done it in a while, sit back and see what you're raising, see what you have. Even holdbacks sometimes don't end up being holdbacks. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
I drive my mentor crazy with the fucking discussions I have with him about the shit that I want to get rid of. Cause I'm like, I just don't love it.
You said your mentor, man. Who's your mentor?
CL Serpents out of Ocklawaha, Florida.
Dog, here's what I love about you, dog. Like, listen, you know how many people that I've met who got introduced by somebody who was big in this game already, and they put them on just like how this guy put you on, and they never give that person credit. They just come, they figure it out, and they take off, and they act like they're the fucking shit. But at the end of the day, everybody gets put on. What's your boy's name again?
CL Serpents.
CL Serpents. Let me check him out real quick.
And dude, this guy gets all the credit for everything I've ever done. Like 90% of my collections from him.
Let's talk a little bit more about that. Like, how did you stumble across the homie Corey? His name's Corey, you said, right? Yeah, the homie Corey. When did you stumble across this guy right here?
Like I said, I needed rats from somebody, and these guys live right by me, and his wife was selling rats, so I met up with her. I said her husband had a couple more snakes for sale, so I actually ended up buying a Doomerals boa from him first.
Okay.
And then, I bought like maybe 4 or 5 more snakes from him. And I got invited to his house to check out his collection. And then a couple more times we started becoming more friends and stuff like that. Well, he ended up absorbing another guy's collection of like 200 something snakes. So I was over there every weekend cleaning, helping him clean, doing everything. Like just we were there doing it every fucking weekend, just cleaning in and out. And I really got to know him very well. And talk about like buying snakes on a budget, dude. That's the best way to buy snakes on a budget, is to help somebody out like that.
Are you kidding me, bro? Like, I mean, God bless if you're in that position. Like, it's hard to find that, and it's kind of like, I was gonna say, well, because see, there's a lot of people that I'm mentored by that don't live next to me, right? Like, I have to go fucking fly and hang out with them, and luckily, because of my job with the podcast, I every now and then I run into them, and I could do that, right? But locally, I kind of don't have much mentorship, even though I do in the LA area and whatnot. But San Diego wise, there's really, Ryan Willison. Okay, my boy Ryan Willison, definitely mentorship. But as far as working close with and like, hey, do you have any animals that you might want to sell? Don't really have any of that. It was Miguel, but he's weird now. I'm just kidding. Love Miguel. What I'm trying to say is it's like, it's unique to have somebody who has stuff that could put you on and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And dude, you as a fucking new breeder or as somebody new coming into this should realize that. Like, you realize you got somebody who doesn't need to put you on, starts putting you on. You better not fuck that up.
Nope. He doesn't have to do anything for me. He does that out of the kindness of his own heart.
He does it because he wants to see another version of it. Like, he wants to see something else that he loves. Here's the thing, man. Like, I love doing what I do, but I love meeting somebody who loves it just as much as I do. Like, it's like, oh, cool. Really? Like, I want to say shout out to my boy Diego, my young homie Diego. He's fucking 26 years old, works overnight. But what he'll do is he'll work all night and then come straight from work. Like, think about anyone who works overnight. You want to go home, like fucking go home, fucking go to bed. You know what I mean? And this fucking kid, man, God bless him, bro. He comes over straight to my pad and we get to work. And it's like, fuck, bro, you're a savage. I give him a beer and he's straight. You know what I mean? No, but like, but here's the thing. Like, I feel like the fact that he has this guy, Corey, the fact that Corey has somebody that he could trust his shit with is like a fucking godsend, bro. So that right there, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, dude, here, take it. Like, I thank you for helping me. Like, that's how I would feel. You know what I mean? And Diego, don't try to take advantage of me, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. No, but like, I just want to, like, I want to just help people. So I understand how that works, bro. And that's going to, obviously, I can already tell that you're going to be somebody to want to put somebody on. That's just
absolutely.
That's how the good-hearted people in this shit do it. They put other people on, and we keep the circle going. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, another thing that's helped me out greatly too with budgeting and getting deals on snakes, dude, believe it or not, I hear some people talk bad about it, but Patreon, dude, is put me above and above and above, dude.
I mean, listen, I talked about this freely. I have a Patreon that I'm so, and thank you, Brian, by being, honestly, Brian's also part of my management team as well. He's one of the new scouters right now, looking for a new sick ass savage ball python breeders. So my boy's on you guys, just so you know, and he sends me people. So, but anyways, Brian, I appreciate your support. But goddamn, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. 2018, I think I saw Cusco's YouTube channel, and he had a link to his Patreon page, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, there's fucking people paying for this? Are you fucking kidding me? But dude, keep in mind, I thought I was Mr. I got it all under control. I know it all, bro. I didn't know shit. Honestly, bro, if it wasn't becoming so close with Brian, like if I wanted to save myself time, I could have, and I didn't have no relationship with Brian, but I loved his work. I loved everything that Brian Cusco did. I just didn't know how he did it. If I was that player enough, like you fucking players are on the Patreon page, I would have jumped on this Patreon page, grew a relationship with them, and then help me learn this camera shit. Like, please, like, how can I? And like I said, if it wasn't, I did sacrifice other stuff by going to shows, driving to Brian's house. I did stuff like that. But man, the Patreon is the best icebreaker into any community, bro. I fucking 100%. Swear to God. You join my Patreon page, you tap into the Discord, everyone welcomes you in. You get fucking showered with great trap welcomes. Like, everyone loves that you're there. You know what I mean? And people at the end of the day, Brian, and you know this, they just want to feel valued, man. Like, they just want to feel a little bit like, dude, this is what I've been doing. Because when you are grinding and you have the blinders up, you're just doing you. Not too many people know what you got going on. Like, you're just, sometimes you're doing it for so long and you're like, it's been a year and I haven't posted nothing. And dude, nobody knows what I got going on. Well, if you're with the fucking Patreon, you're straight. Like, like, we'll keep you cracking. You feel me? So it's chess, not checkers, man. And listen, I talked to my boy Diego today about my whole life, man, literally all the way from sport workouts, like, certain baseball workouts I could have done that got better. I used to shortchange it. I used to shortcut it, right? School, right? I used to cheat in school. Like, once I hit 7th grade math, cheated my whole entire, always found a way to cheat. I didn't want to learn it. I was like, I'm good. You know what I mean? But like, hard stuff that came into my life, I found a way around it. You know what I mean? And goddamn, that caught up to me after a while. It's not a good thing to do, right? But then this game, bro, you can't do this in this game. Like, you come into this game and you take any shortcuts, not only will people notice that you take shortcuts, but it will deteriorate anything you have for the future. You're not going to last. You're going to want results right now. You're going to want money right now. I want clout right now. You're going to want all this shit right now. You're not going to get it. You know what I mean? So you got to just have patience, bro. Like, goddamn, I would have never fucking thought in my life I'd have this. And trust me, my patience isn't all there. My patience is still fucked, but it's a lot better when it comes to me wanting to fulfill what I want to do in the future. And that is the snake game. Like, and in the podcast game, like, everything has its time, bro.
This whole game is time.
It's it. You got to learn it. You figure it out or you get out. That's it. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm dead serious.
I learned real quick, man. I learned real fast that, you hear Chris Eaton say it a lot, that 2 years, people don't realize how long 2 years is.
With Chris Eaton, man, like, one thing I love about the homie Chris is, like, he's a part of an era. Like, he's a part of something that I was in. I was, slap digging it in the clubs, being a fucking waste. And this guy was really kind of getting his name really respected in the ball python game and getting relationships built with some of the fucking most legendary people in the game, right? But his insight on shit could kind of remind you how things could switch up. Like, Chris now has a job. Chris has a 9-to-5. It has nothing to do with animals. Nothing to do with animals. He has a podcast. But if you go to fucking Chris's fucking website, it says not a reptile podcast. And the thing is, he has a reptile following because people who used to fuck with him back in the day. And he also brings reptile guests. It's like, okay, it is a reptile podcast, but his attitude isn't really like, I'm a reptile breeder. Like, he's really just kind of, I want to say, like a a Howard Stern type of figure. I feel like very Howard Stern because he talks about real life shit, which that's what I try to do. I mean, fuck. Here's the thing. I'm not Chris Eaton because I'm Chris Eaton when he first got into this. Like I'm wet behind the ears in a sense. I've only been in the game for 5 years. Chris has seen it all. Chris has seen so much before it got to this point, right? So the man has just different priorities now, but the man still keeps the podcast rolling, which it's funny how his podcast isn't reptile podcast, but it keeps reptile people relevant. You know what I mean? How's funny how that works, right?
It's perfect for him, really. You know, it's being in the community without being in the community.
That's dude, exactly. It's like literally like eyes. It's like eyes watching and a mouth talking of somebody who's not a customer or a breeder. Like he's like, listen, motherfuckers, I've been in this. Like he's an observer and he's been in it. You know what I mean? And you know, as much as it's like, it's funny how he's just kind of like, what a joke, you know. But it's kind of like, because he knows how serious a lot of these people take it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you should love it. Don't get me wrong, but like, fuck, he sees right through it, man. I just want to say shout out to the homie Chris Eaton, Snakes in the Fat.
Yeah, I love that guy, man.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Chris Eaton, man. And again, congratulations on getting 15 minutes of lame. You know, hey guys, go vote for my boy. So when's this voting for this show? How's that going down? Do you know?
That goes down. It starts November 17th till Christmas Eve. You can vote once a day on snakesandthefatman.com. So vote for Heathen Hatchery.
Yeah.
If you don't vote for Heathen Hatchery, vote for Redwood.
Andrew, listen, I got man, Andrew, honestly, Brian, you know I love you, man. But my man Andrew, bro, my man Andrew, I think he needs to win that, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but he just listen. The thing with Andrew,
you ain't vote for me, vote for him.
No, you're on here, motherfucker. So either way, you're good, right? But I'm just saying, Andrew, and without getting too into it, Andrew has quite a bit of a fucking, like, he's had quite a bit of a life, you know. A lot of good things that's happened recently with Andrew is him having a baby and whatnot, beautiful daughter. But my boy Andrew, that's somebody who I wish all the W's in the world for my boy Andrew, man. I really do. Yeah. And he's just a really good guy. He works with real Mandarin. Andrew's one of the guys who works with real Mandarin. He's on that TJ type shit. Okay, so I will say Redwood, Andrew from Redwood. Is it Redwood? Why am my brain for Redwood Reptiles, right?
Yep.
Right. Sorry. I'm brain farted. My boy Andrew is my dog right there. Andrew, I love you, bro. Give me a hug wherever he's at. I know he's watching. He's probably listening. But anyways, back to Heathen. I want to know about you right now, Brian. What are some of the projects you could say that kind of got you into the motivation that you're in right now? Like, what were some of first off, hold on, let's slow down, okay? Because you got into the game because your son wanted a snake, it turned into another snake and then another snake, right? But at what point were you looking at YouTube, or at what point were you on Instagram? When did you really start cross-referencing social media and like content and start learning from that? Actually,
my son who wanted to ball python is the one that turned me on to the YouTube channels. The first one was Brian Barczyk. Anyway, I must have watched every damn episode he had after that. And then I found Billy from Mutation Creation after that. And then I was like, what the fuck? This guy's like, what is that? That don't even look fucking real. Like, the shit they're making doesn't even look real. So like, that really got me intrigued. I'm like, and then I started looking at like how many different things you can make. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous and never ending. Like, literally, you can never run. You can't make everything. It's impossible.
No, but here's the thing, bro. Like, the beauty of, and this is why a lot of fucking boneheads out there who are like, oh, like, you know, what's the point? Like, motherfucker, you have, like, think about a Baskin Robbins, but with unlimited flavors. Like, you could find out certain flavors that you could mix that taste a different, like, whoa, this shit tastes good. But it's more in the visual sense, obviously, what we're talking about here. So I'm saying you could, if you slow down, and if you like ball pythons, first off, you have to like ball pythons, okay? Enjoy the snake. Enjoy the fucking, it's a ball python for what it is, right? If you're Mr. Oh, I don't want to pet rock with it, don't have this snake, and don't try to get in this because there's money being made, because you're never going to fucking figure it out. Like, I think The big thing about being a successful ball python breeder is people knowing that you love ball pythons. Like they want to believe that you fucking actually love that animal. You know what I mean? And I feel like that kind of spreads after a while. Like people know, you know, just all based off the pictures you take, the way your customer service is. Like when you really love these animals, you'll go far and beyond for the animal, for the customer as well. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what were we talking about right before that? God damn it.
Just the projects I'm getting into.
Yeah. Okay. So no, wait, right before that, right? I mean, right. I was getting somewhere right now. God damn it. We're talking about, help me, Brian. Come on, dog. Hold on.
What got me into it, really? Still like after the fourth or fifth one.
What was I just, dude? This sucks. I've had a hell of a day. Okay, listen. Can we take a pause right now? I think I need to tell you guys what happened to me today, and I'll feel.
I was actually going to ask you because it looks like it's on your mind, man.
Thank you, dude. Okay, I felt like it was like here, like I felt like it was like here. Okay, so check this out. This is what happened to MJ today, and I'm not trying to make this about me, bro, but this is like, it's like fuck. Okay, like what the fuck, really? Like what the fuck? Okay, here I go. By the way, no animals are dead, so that's good. My boy, like I said, homie Diego, who been coming down after his fucking night shifts to help me build this goddamn 7.5 foot tall, 6 feet across, 4 feet fucking biodome, fucking Thunderdome for my lace monitors, right? Well, guess what? I fucking and guess what the doors are? Glass, big, huge pieces of glass, okay? And this, I'm not blaming anyone but myself. When we got the glass put on, there was like a bit of a like, what is going, like something's catching it, like because it's on like casters, right? It's on like the things that go, you know, so it's supposed to roll, it's supposed to like catch, right? Well, by that point, and this is, like I said, this is my fault. I was so frustrated, and I just wanted to get this thing on where we got it on, right? But the tracker bent a little bit, like it kind of like it bent. So that being, anytime I slid, it got caught, like he was catching onto something, right? The mirror, like the whole glass door was catching, right? And this is like the first day we put it together. So ever since then, it's been having issues. I've been like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Well, then guess what the fuck finally happened, Brian? Guess what the fuck finally happened? Literally an hour before sound check.
It broke.
It shattered. It fucking shattered. This glass is 7 feet tall, okay? And it was tampered. It was I forget the name. I don't know. But dude, so, and this is my fault because what happened was I was like this, and again, it kept getting caught. I was getting caught. I got frustrated. And I said, you son of a bitch. And I went, and something clipped, and I heard a flex. I heard the snap, and I was like, and I let go, just shattered. All like inside the enclosure, outside the enclosure, on my hat, everywhere, shattered pieces, dog. But it was just one door. Dude, it was one of those things where I wanted to throw a fit. Like I was like, dude, everywhere. I thought I was gonna have to cancel the show. It was everywhere. All I had to do was take the glass off and fix the fucking goddamn, but no, Mr. Dickhead over here, yeah, I'm talking to myself, had to fucking just keep it like that. Like, this is why you don't do what I do, guys. I guess that's shortchanging it. I shortchanged it right there. That's what I get. You know what I mean? But fuck, bro. Anyways, I'm sorry. I feel better. I feel a lot better now that I said it, but yeah.
That's good though, man.
So, but what made me freak out is like, because understand, I just put the Persinas, I just put my green tree monitors from their old cage into the old Mac Dre and Alice cage. So everyone's transferred into their new home. Okay. So I instantly thought with the door shattered that this cage is fucked right now. Like, how am I going to keep them in? But I have a split down the middle. So I have one good door. So I was able just to put Mac in with Alice, slide the door there. Dude, I need a drink.
And those are the new cages you've been posting, right?
I haven't even really, no, you guys, nobody's seen it. I haven't posted it to nobody. This is like secret shit. Now, definitely nobody's going to see it for a while. I got to order fucking a new glass and all that shit. And anyway, so like, goddamn, I love what I do, man, but it ain't easy sometimes.
Nah, that's got to be frustrating as fuck, man.
Yeah, but listen, shout out to my wife. Okay, before we get back to Brian, I'm sorry for taking this fucking, few minutes to talk about this. My wife heard me scream, heard me yelling. She came in, looked me at that eye like, hey, shut up. Like, just shut the fuck up. And I was like, well, now what? And she just started sweeping shit up. And I was like, well, I got to help her, obviously. And so we just started sweeping shit up. And next thing you know, within 45 minutes, we got it all cleaned up. We got it all I couldn't believe we got that much glass picked up, vacuumed. And by the way, tempered glass is what I was trying to say earlier. Tempered glass, when it breaks in pieces. Like it just, so instead of it breaking in shards and shatters, I mean, there was little pieces everywhere, but it breaks like kind of together. So that was like that was a plus side about this breaking. It was easy. Like we picked it up quick. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But bro, like literally, here's the thing. It's not that I don't like eating in front of my animals, but like I never get my food and eat it inside the trap. I've been eating my food inside the trap for the last 3 days, just staring at this fucking cage. Just oh my God. Like I've been fucking dreamed out about this cage. So for it to shatter like that was like, God damn. But anyways,
that's heartbreaking.
But it's fixable. Shout out to my wife. Love my wife. But anyways, hey, shout out to my boy Diego. Diego, I need you to come over tomorrow. I love you. Just kidding. No, seriously, come over. But no, anyways, Brian, it's not easy sometimes, right? Life hits you. But I want to get back into damn, we really went on the deep end there. Like, I want to kind of get back to what we were talking about, which was your projects, right? Oh, hold on. We were talking about budgeting. We were talking about how to maneuver certain money around and get into certain projects. Thank God we remembered it. So let's get back to the money talk of things. First and foremost, what was your first investment ball python? Let's not talk about a snake for your kid or okay, this is what was the first snake that you fucking ponied out money for?
Probably no. I remember that when I spent $450 on my first female. Was the first one I felt like was a substantial amount for the first time, and that was my lithium genetic stripe female.
Say that again.
A lithium genetic stripe, so a cinnamon butter genetic stripe.
So lithium is cinnamon butter.
Yes.
So genetic stripe, and that's a recessive.
Yes, it is. Yep.
A very untapped recessive.
Yeah, no, I got a couple of them.
No, but what I'm saying is there's not too much genetic stripe shit out there right now. Like there's not like a bunch of examples of this genetic strike is what I'm saying. That's what I mean by untapped.
No, I'm looking to put the put more pattern back into the genetic stripe also instead of washing it out like acid.
Okay. Now the genetic stripe came through Corey.
Yes. Yep. Produced at CL Serpents. Yep.
Now with the genetic stripe, right? I mean, that was your first recessives you invested in before clown. Anything else? It was a genetic stripe, or did you have clown stuff already?
Nope. My first recessive I invested in was genetic stripe.
That's epic. That's not your typical route. Like, typical route is like you get your clown shit first and whatever, right? Which obviously that's you're going a different route. So that's great. Now with the genetic stripe, what's the game plan? Let's talk about your genetic stripe project as of right now. What's the game plan with genetic stripe?
Put a lot of the Yellowbelly complex into it.
And have you done that?
That's the game plan right now.
Have you seen genetics? Have you seen genetic stripe in Yellowbelly yet?
Yes, I have.
And what does that really do? It does, yeah.
Yep. Easy. It gives it a little pattern.
Easy to ID.
Yeah, I would say so.
So now, and like I said, shout to Yellowbelly, right? Like, I mean,
Yellowbelly, everything.
Okay, calm down, guy. Relax. I'm just kidding. No, in a sense, you could be right, though, man. Listen, I just hashed out some of my most hottest fucking clowns I've ever had. And sure enough, what's in them? Yellowbelly, right? So, dude, I definitely Yellowbelly. Just don't go Yellowbelly to Yellowbelly, please. I'm just saying. Yellowbelly, have that in the mix. But acid, bro. You want to talk about fucking, god damn. You want to talk about untapped, right? This is why I feel like, if you're coming into this game and you're hearing all this recessive talk, well, you better look for that right fucking codom. Acid. Yeah. Acid is fucking filthy, bro. Shout out to my boy Dale Richard, the homie fucking Dale. He has clown acid shit that I'm just drooling over. Did Corey get you into the acid game as well?
No, acid I found on my own. I heard the name, so I looked it up, and then I seen it, and I became infatuated after that, and I was like, wow, I gotta get one. I have to.
And who'd you find it through? Like, who was the first acid you came across?
I bought it from a guy named Claudio Balls out of close to Brooksville, Florida, not too far from here, local. There's a lot of acid local around here because of Josh Jensen.
It's my boy, Josh, my dog right there. I need to hit him up, dog. Josh is somebody, I mean, he always supports me, right? But goddamn, that motherfucker he's been one of the OGs to show me love when I first started this podcast. And and he doesn't like Josh does Josh, bro. He don't fuck with, I don't want to say he doesn't fuck with nobody, but he just does Josh. You know what I mean? Like, he has his own thing going on. And to kind of get his support and then also get him on the show and see his involvement and how much he pushes the acid. Dude, you're right, bro. He is probably the biggest responsible person why acid's the way it's at in Florida right now, for sure.
Yeah. And Dale Richards is doing crazy stuff with genetic stripe and acid too.
Dale Richards, what a guy. I got to get Dale and Josh back on. I think one of my goals is to have Josh and Dale on at the same time, but I want to have that in person because, if we're in person, we're going to get fucked up together. And I want to have a show fucking hammered with Dale and Josh. That would be a good show because Josh just goes off, bro. Here's the thing. If Josh will even go on your platform, which he only come on mine, sorry, he'll go off. Like, he'll fucking go off, and he just spits facts. Because Josh is somebody who's been in the game for so long, and he's still relevant. He's still around through all these years, and all these fucking people are coming now and fucking jerking other big breeders off to get their names out there and stuff like that. Josh don't give a fuck. He don't play any of that shit. I love people like Josh Jensen, bro. I got to say respect to Josh and respect the homie Dale Richards. Hey, what about thank me too, Dale. I give Dale so much props, and this motherfucker never says shit. Like, he always just goes, like, whatever. God damn you, Dale. Just kidding. I love Dale.
I got my gravel female from Dale and a banana het pied male from Dale.
Acid, right? So we're talking acid, Yellowbelly for the genetic stripe. That's, I don't want to say obviously overall goal, but that's the game plan, right? Acid, Yellowbelly, genetic stripe, right?
Yeah.
What are some other avenues in the recessive projects that you're pursuing right now?
I actually tooled up on a bunch of clowns this year.
Oh,
females.
From who?
Let's see. We got them from CL Serpents. We got them from a perfect pair ball pythons and JT pythons out of Alabama too.
What kind of clowns did you add? I'm curious.
For the females, I got 3 visual, just plain females, and I got 3 het females. I got one that's a double het DG clown. One's a black pastel double het hypo clown. I got a double recessive genetic stripe clown I'm trying to squeeze out of my mentor.
So now that clown's in the mix, right? Are we instantly doing genetic stripe clown combos here? So that's the game plan, right? Genetic stripe.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to put more pattern back into it though, because genetic stripe washes a lot of stuff out.
So how many years have you had clutches so far? Is this second year, first year?
This is my first year on my own. The year before I had one where I incubated it at my mentor's house. This year I did 3 clutches here on my own, and I did 3 split clutches with my mentor proving out Asphalt Yellowbellies.
Nice. Hell yeah, respect. Let's talk about the 3 clutches you've had this year on your own. How'd that work out for you? I mean, did you any crazy learning curves that you could talk about, or anything that, like, either you found out that helped you progress, or anything that made you hold you back, like anything that you could talk about?
It's weird. It kind of just it went smooth, man. It really did. You know, it's just, I did a lot of, you know, prep work before this, though. You know, I made sure that everything was right. Made sure I ran the incubator a month beforehand. It was a little stress. You know, I did make one mistake, actually, and it ended up making a non-viable egg, and I was really kind of bummed out about it. I ended up, when I was moving the eggs and candling them, I ended up dropping one, and obviously it didn't do good after that.
I mean, bro, I've never dropped a ball python egg ever, but want to know what kind of egg I dropped? Fucking chondro egg. Okay, my goddamn, like, what I'm here for. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the pub, but I'm in this room because of the chondro game. Like, I fucking can't stop thinking about breeding chondro successfully, and I'm a long way from it. But my last clutch that I just had this year, Mimi, right? The way she clutched around was so fucking tight, like so tight. So I was trying to get her off, right? And so I got her off, but the end of her tail was holding on to 2 more eggs. So as I got her off, I was unraveling her. I saw the pile of eggs, but I didn't see the 2 on her tail. So what happened was she dropped them as like she just like she let go of them as I was pulling her off, right? Oh. So I literally caught one egg and the other one just, and it was like, you son of a fucking bitch. And dude, this is why I say, like, bro, bad things will make you appreciate things. It's sad, it's fucked up. But when something really fucked up happens to you, you kind of look around and you go, what do I still have? Okay, like, you know, you got to be happy. And this is why I say do more than ball pythons, please. Because ball pythons does not teach you enough lessons, bro. The only thing ball pythons will teach you is odds, which you can't force the odds. Odds is a numbers game. Like, there's this, and it's luck, right? You can't force odds and luck, right? But, man, when there's something like, you know, I mean, let's be honest. Not too many people drop ball python eggs. I mean, I'm sure it happens, right? I mean, I'm sure they roll. I'm sure it. I'm not saying, oh man, fuck you, Brian. You're the only person who does that. No, people do it, but for the most part, even if you drop a ball python egg, depending how much it drops, it's probably going to be fine. Ball python eggs are fucking like built like goddamn German tanks, bro. Really hard. It's really hard to fuck up a ball python egg. It had to be a good drop on the concrete.
It was.
Okay, there you go. So God bless that egg. It doesn't matter. But shit happens. You know what I mean? Shit happens. It is what it is. But just there's not enough is what it is moments for ball python keepers in the beginning. I think throughout time there is a lot of what is what, because you have so many animals, you have so many clutches. But like, I think so many people are just like, dude, this is too easy. Like, I guarantee people are out there like, man, this is fucking easy. And God bless you. If you got a job and you're working fucking 14 hours, like, yeah, keep it easy. You should keep it easy. Don't like have fun with it. Like, there's no point of overdoing it, you know? And I want to say shout out to OGs like Will Moros, right? Shout out to Will. But Will sit here and say, like, bro, first off, let your snakes pay for the expensive shit. Like, you know, let your snakes buy that ultrasound. Let your snake buy the Freedom Breeder Rex. Like, just enjoy it and let the hobby pay for itself, you know? And then just, you know, Will being Will, like, he even sits here and says, you don't need more than 50 clutches. Like, fuck, that's like, you could just be perfectly happy with 50 relevant clutches at tops. And I've always paid attention to that.
Yeah.
So
I don't ever want to have I'm not going to quit my job anytime soon because of the whole health benefits and, you know, the retirement aspect of it.
One. Yeah.
You know, but, so, you know, I don't ever plan on having 30 clutches. You know, I'm trying to build up to where I can have clutches that are worth 5K or more eventually in life. Yeah. You know, that's where I'm working towards.
You know, I think at the end of the day, the whole, and I don't want to ruin anyone's dreams or shit on anyone's parade, but any snake that's a 5K, 7K, 8K snake right now, you need to be prepared for that not to be it in 2 years, 3 years from now. Or even next year. Okay. You motherfuckers better prepare to sit on your snakes. Okay. Because first off, you don't want to give your shit away. Like, why would you want to, you can't be desperate is what I'm saying. And that being desperate shows. motherfuckers, like you kind of show when you're being desperate. You know what I mean? But that just shows lack of preparation. Who the fuck's hitting you up right now, Brian? Like, goddamn.
It's my high desert fucking Python's private chat, dude.
Can you chill? This guy has a show right now. What the fuck's wrong with those guys? That's kind of rude, bro. Like, seriously, that's rude. Those motherfuckers. Anyway, back to business. Back to business. Can you like take the vibrate on or something? Is that possible? Like, how do you actually don't mess with it? You're good. You're good. We'll deal with it. Fucking Antoine. I'll talk
I should have
Antoine.
fixed that beforehand, dude. My bad.
I'll talk to Antoine later. No, listen, here's the thing. These sick motherfuckers know you got a show right now. They know shit is popping for Brian. I want to say this is suspect activity. I want to know, hey, listen, Brian, do me a favor. And go to this group chat and let me know who it is that's going ballistic right now at 7:00. That's what I want to know. And if it's Antoine, I can't do nothing about it because he's a black belt. But if it's somebody else, at least it stopped. God damn it. Back to business. This is about fucking Brian Heathen Hatchery, not about Antoine's fucking group chat right now. God damn it. I'm just kidding. Love Antoine. That's my boy. Back to business. So, Liz, seriously. Okay, so genetic, you just got clown stuff, right? So at the end of the day, this clown stuff's how big? Does this stuff need to be raised? Are they about to breed? What's going on with the clowns that you just picked up?
The clown stuff is about a year and a half out before they're ready. Okay. So before that, it's going to be asphalt stuff.
Asphalt stuff. Tell me more. Like, what do you mean as far as asphalt going to other combos? Asphalt, like super asphalts? What are we doing with asphalt?
Well, I got a freeway female, a road rage female, and I got a male asphalt, and I plan on making supers with those. With both of those.
What the fuck is a road rage? I feel like I need that in my life. What is that?
That's asphalt and spark.
What? Bro, you have it? Can I see it? I want to see this. No, come on, bro. Come on. Show. Oh, wow. Dude, that's sick. So, dude, okay, so with gravel, it's called a grenade.
Is it?
Yeah, because it has fire with it too. So check this out. I have a puma female, right?
Yeah. And
I bred the puma to my fire highway. Okay, but no. Excuse me. I bred the puma to my super gravel. I'm an idiot. I bred the puma to my super gravel.
Okay.
So I literally hit all these fucking grenade fires, nice. which is gravel and spark.
Yep. But she's from a puma.
Dude, that's sick, bro. Okay.
Yep.
Untapped. I'm happy I hung on to my puma because I was gonna let her go, but I'm making a lot of cool heads with her right now.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's also one of many codoms. By the way, is there a super spark? Can you go spark to spark?
Yes.
And what is it?
Yep.
It's a super spark. It's called a super spark.
Yep. Super spark. Yeah.
What do those look like? I'm curious.
A little darker than the road rage.
Let me see. Super spark. Are they common? Are they out there a lot?
Not a lot. Not a lot of people is working with spark that I know of.
It's because it's a lilac. It's a lilac to Yellowbelly or something, right?
Yeah.
So that's why people want to stay away from it. Because Yellowbelly is more popular. No, not me either, right? But
I'll take those lilacs all day, dude.
Yeah, they don't. Because it's all what you do with it. At the end of the day, it's all what you put into that shit. So it's like I don't think that needs to be frowned upon at all. Like you're right.
Yeah. And I almost have my pavement paid off too.
Is it just a regular pavement or what's behind it?
Pavement female. Yep.
Nice, dude. I held back 3 pavements from my clutch this year. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'm not letting
those things go. Fucking badass.
They're 100% heck. They're 100% hypo pos heck clown.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna let any. Well, I gotta do that genetic testing. Ooh, let's talk about genetic testing, bro. Okay, how much? So here's another thing, right? Like we're talking about people 9 to 5ing, got kids, got the whole family. Money is important. How do we determine it's important to drop bills on this genetic testing? And how much are you of that you're going to use, you feel like?
I'm actually got 2 snakes that I'm going to get genetic tested, or 3 right now that I'm going to get genetic tested because I just want to know. One is a 66% het clown. That's a spot nose leopard. I want to know if that's het clown or not, so I know what to put him to. I'm getting a calico asphalt Yellowbelly tested to see if it's asphalt or Yellowbelly, so I know which way to go with that. And my citrus pastel cypress Spectre Yellowbelly. I want to see if it's Spectre or Yellowbelly.
Damn, I love it. Now, I mean, with that being said, what's going to be your overall game plan with the steady growth of your clutches? I mean, because as of right now, like you have how many females that could breed going in 2023?
2023, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 females that'll be ready in 2023.
Okay. And then, like, for instance, I know, if you could go ahead and just work with me here, what would the next following year be? Like, what do you, I hope you're thinking that far ahead, but what would it be the next year?
Next year would be producing a few visual clowns that I need for future projects years down the road that I'm going to be getting into, which is dark night stuff.
I'm talking numbers wise, man. How many numbers do you think? Like, what we're going to go from about 7, 8 to like what the next year?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you're good.
Probably jump to about 15, and I'm going to try to cap it at that for a few years.
Okay, I was going to ask you, at what point is space going to be a problem?
Actually, it's not, because I got a bunch of racks that I'm not going to be using.
So you're not like, you have the opportunity to just keep growing if that's the case, which I feel like even at 15 clutches, you could still outgrow whatever you have if you're holding back stuff, which holding back is going to be a big thing of what you have going on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Now let's kind of talk about, we were talking about genetic testing, right? Now let's talk about genetic testing with holdbacks. Like, I feel like, God damn, that's going to make things even more difficult. And what I mean by that on both ends, right? Like, let's just say you get something, let's say you get a whole clutch of double pos hets. Like, let's just say the fucking eight eggs, and you have like all this double het, pos het shit, but it all comes back in your favor. Like, it all comes back like everything is 100%. How much of that do you really keep? And what I mean by that, in your eyes, right? Like, you have a clutch of 4 or 5, 6. How much of that do you really want to hold on to, and how much of that do you really want to let go right now where you're at, Brian?
I'm probably holding on to 2 females and letting the rest go.
And, as far as letting stuff go, what has been your avenue for that? Like, are you just going to Morph Market? Do you go to Instagram? Like, where are you going to post your stuff?
Mostly, dude, I believe it or not, I already got repeat customers, which is great. Like, and I'm not having many clutches, so it's not hard for me at the moment to get rid of too much. When I'm having trouble is I absorbed somebody else's collection about 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm just getting through the quarantine state of that, and now I got to start dealing with this collection too, which is 99% of it I don't want now.
Yeah, fuck. I just feel like the growth part of things could really take, like, okay, you want to know something about Billy, right? God bless Billy from Mutation Creation. This motherfucker, since I've seen him on video, I've noticed he's nonstop. Like, he is just like, every day he's cutting eggs. You know what I mean? And I saw the volume of what he was doing, but how much he had support with the team he has. Now, Mutation Creation team is solid as fuck. Shout out to Austin. Shout out to Lord Elian. Shout out to Kate. Oh my God. Catherine. Excuse me, not Kate. Catherine. You're my girl, Catherine. And there's one other girl, Alex. Her name's Alex, I believe. Anyways, I couldn't do that, bro. Like, I couldn't build a team like that. Like, not right now. Like, I'm too vested in just what I have going on. But man, here's the thing. I love Billy because Billy let me, like, I saw Billy at a lot of, and if you follow Billy, you've seen Billy just go off, you know, like Billy will be Billy if he needs to be Billy. And I use that to my leverage on why I am what I am today. I am who I am. I don't give a fuck, like me or not, because I seen Billy do it, right? But I can never be Billy and do what Billy does and have a team behind that. That's fucking like, man, that's a lot of work, bro. Like, and so what I mean by that, I always made sure whatever I'm doing right now, man, I'm trying to maintain where I can maintain it on my own. I don't want to add that other responsibility, which, like I said, there's an awesome, solid team going on right now at Mutation Creation. They all got each other's backs. They're all doing things well. I just visited that place this year. It's fucking, dude, it's top notch. I gotta say, shout out to Billy. But shout out to him being able to do it, man. Like, those are the real pioneers in the game, bro. Like, you know, you gotta think, you gotta think even Justin has a squad, right? You gotta think anybody who is able to hire a team and put them in charge of what they love so they could grow other things. God damn, bro. I don't know if I could I mean, I hope I'm that gangster someday, but I don't know. It just seems a lot.
I'd have trouble just relinquishing that, I guess, control of everything.
That's the thing. I have a problem with control. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like my wife coming in and like, I was so mad about the glass, right? And she literally gave me a look and just started cleaning it. And whatever control I was trying to make in that sense made me realize that however I was feeling wasn't valid. And I need to just clean up. First off, that's not even her cage. Like, why is she cleaning it? Like, it was something to where I'm like, holy shit, like, bro, just do what your wife's doing and start cleaning. And you know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Like, it snapped me out of it. Like, it was like, it brought me back to real life, you know? And, man, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's built differently, bro. And
that's good to have in life, though, man. A lot of people don't have that.
No, God, yeah, I know. I mean, sometimes I forget, and sometimes I'm reminded. Like today, like I'm reminded how much my wife's there for me. When it comes down to shit like that, I was really upset because I felt like I have to do this all on my own. Like when I saw the glass everywhere, and I noticed, you know what I mean? I was like, I have to do this all on my fucking own right now. And it was like, God, you know, I still had to send you the link. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, oh man, it was crazy. But just that my wife coming through in the clutch and just being that sense of just like, yo, just fucking what? Clean it. Just clean it. Like simple shit. Just get it done. And, but yeah, man, I don't know. Just, it's crazy how, you just don't want, that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as life could happen to us, Brian, why would we want this to be the thing to suffer? Like, and what I mean by that, if something were to happen, something were to go, and you have all these animals to take care of, like, dude, you have to prepare for life to happen to where if something takes you away, these things better be taken care of. And like, fuck, bro, like you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, my wife could hold it down when I'm not here, but like, if I were to go bigger than that, like, it would be a problem. And I need, like, I'm just saying, a lot of people out there, as much as they want growth, they need to see what they have around them for help. They need to be fucking more prepared for the long run. It's all long run. It's all long run preparation is what I'm talking about, bro. Because scary things can have a fucking 7-foot tall door of glass could break on you. But guess what? I'm still here, motherfucker. Fucking Brian. All right, so Brian, let's talk about some. Let's flip the script. Money's not an issue. Not that money is an issue, but let's say you got stupid money. Let's say Brian got dummy, stupid, retarded money right now, right? What would be maybe a double recessive, triple if you want to, but what's something that you if you could add that into the mix of what you have right now, regardless how much it is, what would you toss in right now if you could? What's a dream? What's a dream shit of yours right now? Come on. Everybody has them.
It'd have to have genetic stripe in it. Clown.
Brian, time out. Hold on. Dude, we're an hour, 14 minutes deep. Oh, hell no. How many likes do we have? Sorry. Fuck. Okay. 87 people watching, 56 likes. Nah, that's that percentage doesn't make sense. Brian, can we agree? Can we get the likes up, please, Brian?
You gotta get them likes up, man.
It's all good. It's all good. Maybe it's your roofing homies that forgot. Like the roofing homies probably forgot. I know all the reptile homies hit the like button for the homie Brian Hatchery right now. So guys, let's get the likes up. If you forgot, no big deal. This podcast is so fire, you may have forgotten. It's okay. But get the like button up right now. He's about to tell us his dream double recessive projects he would add right now. Continue, please, if you don't mind.
All right, so it would definitely have to have genetic stripe in it. Clown. I'm really digging Ultramel lately, man. I'm like, I came around to it. I didn't like it at first, but I'm really coming around to Ultramel.
Okay, hold on, bro. Now listen, I just said money's not an issue, right? So you're saying Ultramel's more popping than Monarch.
I don't want to have this conversation.
No. Hey, buddy, slow down.
I did say we could talk about anything.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you remember the fine print at the end of the contract that you just signed verbally before coming on here. So let's listen. Okay, can I agree? Right now, I would admit MJ was super aggro about the Monarch Ultramel debate because my boy Marshall Mendez fucking fucks with the my boy Marshall Mendez fucks with the Ultramel. I've seen a lot of combos of Ultramel. Ultramel slaps. Ultramel slaps. But Monarch has not been enough. And what I mean by that, who the fuck just had some Monarch stuff? Was it Troy? I think it was Troy. Shall we go to Troy's fucking Instagram? Let's look at this Monarch stuff, okay? And I want you to tell me if any, okay, if any Ultramel shit has slapped like this with fire in it. And I want you not to fucking lie to me, Mr. Brian. Okay, I'm not trying to be judgmental right now. I just want to let people know that there are levels to this shit. And I definitely see the Monarch. I see it, bro. Like, look at that. Like, it's a step up. I hate to say it. It's a step up. I know this is going to hurt a lot of people, but this is a step up. Look at that.
I mean,
dude, look how fucking crispy that is, bro.
It's hard to argue with. You know what I mean? It's
really diffy. It's really diffy to argue, Brian. But when I saw this, bro, it was like, and dude, this is just fire. What is it? Okay, it's het pied, right? But wait, I think my boy Jacob, my homie Jacob's about to possibly have some Monarch clown shit. Okay, we're not at the point right now, Brian, where I could officially fucking throw the flag and say, fuck Ultramel, Monarch is king. I can't do that quite yet. But with the clown shit, because mind you, like I said, my boy Marshall Mendez, shout out to my boy Marshall Mendez, he produces some of the nicest, if not the nicest, clown Ultramels in the United States. They're fucking beautiful. But fuck, dude, we can't rule out Monarch. Anyways, let's have you say what you have to say now.
Woo! What turned me on to the Ultramel though was seeing the acid Ultramels that Dale Richards produced. I mean, I feel like I'm giving him a lot of reach arounds tonight, but the dude produces fucking hot shit.
Dale Richards, guys, this motherfucker has gotten so many reach arounds tonight. It's ridiculous. His wife is definitely asking questions. Like, why are you hard right now? But for sure. But again, Dale, you tell me, Dale, if you could, okay, I could tell you right now, I don't know if Dale has acid and Monarch happening anytime soon or if that's happening now. But if he could happen, if for whatever reason, if you could happen to have acid Monarch stuff hatch out right now, you would fucking want that shit. You would want to see it. And I would want to see it. Shit. I'm just saying, how far are we from seeing stuff like that? Ultramel, like, let's just say here's the timeline, right? And I guess this is the further side. Ultramel's way over here. Monarch's like about midway from that. So it's like Ultramel's always going to be the one that's, I guess, I don't want to say more popular, because with time, once this Monarch shit dips into the DG and the fucking clown, bro, God, a whole like the whole tug of war shit, it's gonna change, bro. Like the fucking ultra mill tuggies are gonna get thrown into the mud of shit, and that's I'm telling you
I
right
welcome
now.
stuff like that, man.
But I mean,
I
either
welcome
way,
the better.
either way, I mean, ultra mill's ultra mill. Like I'm just telling you, there's a difference, and not that ultra mill isn't still sick. I would still go that route. It's just kind of like this is not the same. You know what I mean? So I mean, the whole them being the same thing is like anyone saying that at this point is like living under a fucking rock, or don't they just don't really.
I'm not saying anything about it.
they can't connect it or something, but other than that, you know, okay, like, you know, let's just say besides ultramel, like, okay, what would be another gene? Like, what would be something else that is really like, what's something out there you could say, Brian, that you're seeing on a consistent basis throughout this year that you're maybe interested in adding?
That I'm seeing consistently.
I mean, like something that is just out there. Like what? I mean, what is
like
something
everybody's doing? Like you seeing clown everywhere right now, and DG and clown everywhere right now. Like a DG is another one that I'm getting into. I wouldn't mind seeing that also maybe in genetic stripe and you know, clown too.
Now, you know, with DG clowns being like around the 10K mark, right? I mean, if we could tap in about something real quick is the market, you know, and where the market's at right now. You being one of the new breeders on the block here, how do you feel about the ball python market? Like, what is going on in your head? Are you even feeling any kind of effect during it right now? Like, what's going on as far as you being somebody a part of the game right now with how long you've been in it?
I got in pre-COVID, like a year before COVID. So I got to see what it was like a year before COVID. And then when COVID hit, it just seems like everybody just bought everything and everything exploded.
Right.
And I think that's settling back down now. And now you're going to start to see things slow back down to pre-COVID sales. I could be wrong, but you're going to still see. I know them upper big guys, they're always going to do good. Like it is what it is, you know. I've heard this. Some people refer to this as a pyramid scheme. I don't really. I mean, on paper, maybe, where you know you got all the upper echelon, and then everything trickles down.
I mean, so, the way I look at it is like
that way.
It's a pyramid scheme. Okay, it's a pyramid scheme. If let's say I'm giving you animals to put you on, you're not making the money unless the person you put on before you is making the money, then you make money. So that doesn't make sense. So what I feel like, but it could turn into that for sure. Like it could turn into like, okay, you con somebody into taking shit, and then they're like, you know what I mean? And then it's like, okay,
I don't really call it a pyramid scheme. You know, it's just kind of just a trickle down. You know, where you got all these upper guys that are creating that stuff that everybody else wants.
It lies on the person. It lies on the individual. Okay, like you take anybody who started with fucking pos hets and got where they're at. It's because they fucking figured it out. So what it is, it's really putting their hands in the right person. Like and man, as much as I'm enjoying, like here's the thing, I'm enjoying the hobby in a sense where I understand that there's going to be ups and downs. Okay, supposedly this is the down. And I'm not going to say that's supposedly wrong because I'm not the person posting on Instagram and it's selling right away anymore. I mean, I got to say those days are not happening right now. But I'm prepared and I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay. What does that mean? I have to put an extra little bit of legwork. That means I have to take pictures. I have to put them on more. There's things out there to make sure your animals are getting exposed and you just attract the right people. The thing is, you can't have a timeline when to sell it. It sells when it sells. You put it out there. Let it go out there. You put the juju like, oh, it's gonna sell, and it happens when it happens. But the whole, I don't know, man. I just feel like people gotta utilize.
You gotta have what people want too. That's the thing,
bro. Quality sells itself, but you have to have what people want. You have to be relevant, and if you don't have relevant shit, you better drop the price.
Yeah. Like I got HRA projects on the back burner just because I like the gene. It's not an expensive gene at all, but I really like it. So
what the fuck is HRA? Het
red xanthic.
So how's that a gene if it's het?
It's not. That's just the fucking stupidest fucking name ever, dude. That's why I can't stand the name.
Stupidest name I've ever fucking heard.
Oh, I can't stand the name.
I don't want to tell you the nerd that fucking had so much of this shit and he thought he was onto something. I'm like, bro, you have nothing but HRA stuff. Like, show me an RA stuff. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're like, this is a joke. And of course, the guy fell off like a fucking Humpty Dumpty off a fucking brick wall, like a ton of bricks. Didn't make it. Yeah. God bless HRA. Fucking goddamn. If you have that right now, you better fucking wish that shit. Wish.com that shit right now. So does a fucking so does a het sunset. God damn.
Yeah, that was the fucking stupidest fucking name ever, man.
You want to know another stupid name? Coral Glow.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of them that I could.
I don't care who's offended by that. Banana, I can understand. Banana was I mean, maybe I'm being like biased, but Banana was a name I found on that snake. And then I heard Coral Glow. What the fuck? Coral Glow's like neon green. Like Coral Glow's like purple. Coral Glow's like purple. Like, motherfucker.
Banana makes sense because of the spots.
Who the fuck named this shit Coral Glow and has never been to a coral? Like, who was this? I want to know who the fuck, what kind of idiot was out there. That's what I want to know. But honestly, I want to say that this is what, you know, other than the names being stupid on the most part, just remind me that a lot of these fucking OGs or a lot of these people who were the pioneers are fucking idiots. Like they never had the kind of practices that evolved. You know, a lot of them, you know, I'm not saying not all of them, but some of them, which you can kind of tell which ones those are now because they just aren't keeping up anymore. They don't give a, it's just there's a huge fucking gap between them and evolving. And that's the thing. You have to be evolving. Shout out to Miguel, always evolving. What a name. But you have to always be evolving, bro. If you're not evolving, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not living. If you're not living, what are you doing? Breeding fucking hog noses? I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Brian paid me to say that. Brian paid me to say that for sure. I got
no weird little snake, ain't they?
Bro, I just want people to get off my bumper about getting into the project. I'm not getting into it. Like, stop asking if I'm getting into hog noses. It's not going to happen. I'm getting into a fucking glass company to replace my glass door. How about that? Fuck that. Just kidding. Oh, man. I mean, okay. I will say, though, hog noses, as much as they don't remind me of snakes, they don't. Like, I mean, we all have our idea of snakes, right? Can we really compare a hognose to a normal snake? No. Hognose is a fucking unique. That's like, okay, you don't want to know what a hognose is? It's like a fucking crawfish. It's like a wannabe lobster. I feel like it's a fucking, like, you look at it and you're like, what are you? And you stay small forever. Like, you're not a fucking real lobster. You're a fucking crayfish. You're a crawfish, right? So I don't know. I just know that these unique species that people keep are like, they are the biggest pedestal, what keeps things going. And what I mean by that, man, shout out to the gecko breeders. The gecko breeders are a good example. Gecko breeders are awesome, right? But that's also a small niche. It's like, you know, it's not prehistoric. It is prehistoric, don't get me wrong, but it's not like big like I like, but it's fucking so awesome and cool to look at, and it doesn't take a lot of space. But dude, the people I've been bringing on, bro, been killing it, dude. Like the gecko, man, you guys need to tap in every Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Holy Gecko sessions going down. I'm bringing the best gecko breeders in the game. Bro, gecko game, I want in it. I mean, at some point, I'm going to wait for kids. I'm going to wait till I have kids.
I've been thinking about it.
I mean, dude, why not? They're fucking
I was thinking
sick.
about the gargoyles.
Dude, the lychees is my thing, but the gargoyles are sick as fuck.
Badass.
Dude, oh, man. But, you know, I just feel like anything, you know, I mean, you got to admit, bro, like there's probably, how many snakes you got?
Right now, close to 80. But that's because I absorbed that other collection, though.
But even with the 80 snakes, you get your chores in. There's times where you don't necessarily need to be in that room. Like there's times where you're like, there's times where you're like, fuck, everything's done. Like everything's paired, everything's good, everything's fed, everything's drinking. I don't need to be here. And that's probably smart because you're probably fucking roofing somewhere. But for the people who aren't, here's the thing, bro, Brian, I love and respect motherfuckers like you because first off, you're on your way. Like you're not like you're just getting your feet wet. You're just getting moving, right?
Yeah.
But there's people I've had on this show who've been doing what we're doing for fucking years, 15, 20 years, right? I'm not saying they're roofers still, but they have a job, they have a 9 to 5, and they hold on to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And God bless people who do that. God bless people who could handle all that. Me, I don't know why anyone wouldn't want, like, if this is what you're doing, why wouldn't you want all your energy and effort to go into it? You know what I mean? And the thing is because if you're getting into this game now, of course you're going to want that, right? But if you got into this game back in the day, if you got into this game back in the 90s and 80s, this wasn't common. Like, you're always going to have a 9 to 5. Like, it's like you'd be stupid not to do that, right? I just think the times changed, and I got into this where, like, it is a possibility, but a lot of people who have the 9 to 5s aren't used to that, and they don't know what to do with it. So they're just like, I'm not going to give up my 9 to 5. Fuck that. So I know it could be a scary thing for sure, 100%. But do you ever see an insight with early retirement with you in the snake game?
I mean, it would be nice. Realistically, right now, I don't see it for the next 10 years at least. You know, just because of my breeding plans. It's my breeding plans are going to be slow going. You know, so I'm looking to a couple of years that, you know, there's going to be making hets. There's going to be years of making hets in between things and stuff like that. So it's going to be a slow going process for me, but it's going to, every year is going to be a level up on it.
What would be the year? Like, what would it take number wise for that year for you to kind of really determine if you should even continue working a 9 to 5 or not? Like, cause let's be honest. Like, yeah, you know, you gave yourself 10 years. Okay. We'll be putting genetic stripe and clown within each other within about 2 years. Okay. Then even from then, in about 3 years, you'll have something from that, right?
Yes.
So what if, for whatever reason, genetic clown shit is just the God, and you have gravel, whatever the fuck in it, like, God damn, think about 5 years from now, what you could have, right? Is there even a number that could possibly be attained for you to be like, fuck the roofing industry, I'm done. I am good. I don't even need to wait another 5 years. Let's call it out right now. And by the way, this is a wrap-up question before the hot seat question. So make sure you answer this one juicy, my man, please.
All right. So truthfully, I've actually thought about this, and I do have a number, and it would be 75 grand a year for at least 5 years in a row.
Hold on.
And that's profit, not, I mean, that's
take home. This take home, right?
Pure profit.
All right, hold on. So you said 75K for the next 5 years.
For the next, if I could do that 5 years in a row, I would definitely consider getting out of roofing.
So my G unit, what I'm saying is, see that number, 375 thou wows. What is it going to take, right? My G unit, I met motherfuckers who make that at one show. Okay, so right, I'm just saying, hello, right? So Brian, you don't know where your life's going to be at. I mean, and God forbid, ball python game could tank. It could be shit, but I'm just saying, what if not? What if not, Brian? What if not? What if you are 5 years deep into this and you have some genetic clown type shit and you got multiple combos of this shit and you are vending, people know you in Florida, and you make that in a fucking show or in a year? Could that's what it would take for you to fucking say fuck the roofing industry?
Yes.
Dude,
yes, absolutely.
I have, call me, I mean, God damn it. Like, God, it sucks saying this, but I'm telling you right now, I don't miss when I have a thought like this, when I have something that I'm looking at right now. I'm telling you right now, Brian, Heathen Hatchery, you are not going to be in the roofing industry in 5 years from now. I fucking guarantee it. Okay, I'm telling you right now, this isn't, and listen, Brian hasn't gotten any snakes from me. I'm not pushing anything. This is just what I fucking see, and I guarantee it. I fucking promise you, if you stay loyal, you stay down on your shit, you prove out the genetic clown shit with other combos in it, bye-bye roof industry. I can tell you that right now, man.
I'd welcome it for sure, bro.
I'm telling you right now, stay Heath and Hatchery with it. Stay loyal, stay down with your shit, and keep the grind, man. Obviously, you're loved with the industry. You had fucking roofing people tapping in right now, showing you love. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, you're obviously that person. So I gotta say, just keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm happy for you, bro. Like,
the fucking support that I've received from the reptile community has been unfucking real, dude. I like, you know, it's like that dude Shia LaBeouf. I see it all the time. He says like he didn't come from a place of much cheerleading.
Right. Nope.
You know, neither did I. I didn't have cheerleaders growing up or anything like that. So when I get love from the reptile community, at first it was really kind of like, it's like weird. But then I realized how legit it was. And like, these motherfuckers really want to see you succeed, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of them do. Some of them don't, but a lot do.
I just want people out there, and this is not for me to sound cocky or anything, but when success comes your way and when more eyes get put onto you, so does the heat. The heat rises. Yeah. You just need to stay loyal. Like, if you know what kind of person you are, you know what you're all about, nothing should ever affect what you're doing. I don't think that'd ever be a problem with you, bro, because I just see nothing but genuine straight hustle from you, bro. And one thing that you have for sure, 100%, 110% trap support to the end of it, motherfucker. That's all I got to say. Listen, I need 375,000 super chats right now for the help. I'm just kidding. Listen, we're going to go ahead and get this hot seat questions ready to rock and roll for you so you can enjoy the rest of your night. What time do you wake up in the morning for work? I'm confused. I'm curious. It has to be early as fuck. I can only imagine.
4:30.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Hot seat questions. For Brian, he needs to go to bed. God bless this guy. What a fucking G. Hot seat questions. Quicker, the quicker you get to bed. So here we go. You ready for these?
I am.
Here we go. Heath and Hatchery. Hot seat questions coming in hot. Frozen Thought or live?
Live.
Egg cut or no cut?
Egg cut.
What day?
52 at the latest.
Red Chondro Neo or yellow Chondro Neo?
I like the yellows personally.
When we're speaking ball pythons, pre-fur shed meal or post-fur shed meal?
Post shed.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Boo imports, man. I think we got enough shit.
If it came down to you importing one reptile around the world to your collection right now, what would it be?
Illegal or legal, it would be a Gila monster.
What about one reptile nobody should ever import to their collection ever again and leave it alone?
A Gila monster.
Respect. Yay sports or boo sports?
Yay sports.
Favorite sport?
Basketball.
Favorite basketball team?
Knicks. I'm going with the Knicks.
Oh my God. Favorite Knicks player of all time?
Patrick Ewing or John Starks. One of the two.
Damn. I love it. Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
Boo alcohol.
That's what I'm talking about. Not really, because I've been drinking, but I'm just saying. God bless you. Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Man, there's no such thing as Van Hagar. It's Van Halen.
Let's go. West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
East Coast rap.
Favorite East Coast rapper or group of all time?
Cool G Rap.
Damn, there we go. Let's bring it back a bit, please. Thank you.
Road to the riches.
Let's go. Little word association. First thing to come to mind, milk.
That dude you had on your show.
Milk 74. That's my boy. Bro, he's blowing up. He just hit he just hit 100K. About to hit 100K.
He's a real one.
He's a real one, bro. That's Milk 74 right there. That's my dog. Coco.
Blocks.
Substrate.
Repti.
Stuck shed.
Ah, fuck, Sprite, man.
FedEx shipping.
I like it.
Favorite codon morph in ball python world?
Acid.
Least favorite codon morph?
Spider.
If you had to eliminate one if you had to eliminate one recessive out of the projects in the ball python world, what would it be?
Zebra.
Damn. You're raw for that one, bro. You're a raw son of a bitch. I love it. Okay, last question. Oh, actually, hold on. No, got a couple more. Instagram trolls.
Fucking can't stand trolls, period.
US Arc.
Support them.
Last question. You ready for this?
Yep.
It's going to get deep. If it came down to you bitch slapping one person out of the DM in Antoine's group who's been fucking constantly sending you messages, who would you bitch slap out of the entire group in Antoine's DM?
Damn, dude. That's a tough question. What? You really going to ask me that?
Okay, friendly though, like you
right.
son of a bitch.
Seriously? In the DMs, the private DMs, if I can slap one person?
If you could slap one person, who the fuck would you slap right now?
I'm slapping Miguel because he never shows up.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Damn! Hey, respect. Yo, I kind of felt the same sometimes. When you want to know when I feel the same when people fucking ask me if I'm Miguel. Are you Miguel? What the fuck? Do I look dark? Do I look?
His name's there, but ain't nobody home.
Hey, that was great, bro. Honestly, I gotta say, bro, there was over 90 people tapped in for this fucking live.
That's fucking rad as fuck, man.
So, guys, listen, all the love and support, but let's get the likes up for the homie Brian. But, Brian, what do you have to say to all the 90-plus motherfuckers in here rooting you on, cheering you on, and stoked about this podcast? What you got to say?
Dude, I don't even know what to say. I'm overwhelmed with that, man. Like I said, man, I like the support from people that I've gotten has been incredible, man. Like, one thing I know is that if you support people, they support you back, bro. 100%.
I mean, you
get
what you give.
It all.
Bro, Brian, listen, at the end of the day, I told you this before we got started. You have been somebody, I mean, I can't really recall when you started popping up in my lives, but it's been over a year, I feel like. And you never asked for anything. You never reached out for anything. You've only showed me love. But like I said, I've only seen you give love to other people. Like you spread the love, and this is what you get back. And I feel like the reason why you're in a position where you're just getting showered with fucking motherfuckers like myself and Chris Eaton want to put you on, you can't help but to feel loved. But bro, you deserve it, motherfucker. Like you deserve it. Like listen, I'm like a fucking Shia LaBeouf to where like cheerleading shit. Like I don't give that out. Are you kidding me? Fuck you. But when it's deserved, it's deserved. Like when it's deserved, it's deserved, you know, and this right here, well deserved. And I'm glad there was over 90 people tapped in for this shit.
Bro, that's incredible, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, listen, that's all we have for this fucking episode for the homie Brian, but that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Heathen Hatchery, let's go.
Appreciate it, man.
Dude, I'll have you on round 2. It ain't going to be on a Monday night, motherfucker. It's going to be a Thursday night. The main event. But listen, I appreciate it. Hey, have a good night. I'm here for you. The trappers are here for you. I got you, bro. If you need anything, don't ever fuck. And listen, I'll take care of Miguel too. Don't worry about that. That's light work. I'm just kidding. That's my boy. Hey, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night, Brian.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man. Fuck, man. Heathen Hatchery. Go to Instagram right now, guys. Go follow my boy Brian Heathen Hatchery on IG. What a fucking humbled guy, man. God damn it. If it's one thing this goddamn industry needs is people who want longevity who are humble. Why is everyone trying to prove a point? Why are you trying to prove points? Chill the fuck out. Be a good person. And everything shows after that. God damn it. It's my boy Brian. I'm telling you right now, a genuine motherfucker. Go give him a follow. Like I said, big things popping. I have a really good feeling by my boy Brian over at Heathen Hatchery. And yeah, if this was your first time tapping in, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because guess what? We have a big week ahead of us. That's right. Matthew Summers. I will be at your place bright and early. Because where are we going? Oh, we're going to Arizona, motherfuckers. Woo! Joel Woolsey, man. State 48 Exotics. The legendary hand man. Look at that hand. Okay, if you fucking been watching Joel's YouTube, you understand how important that hand is. That hand is that's his logo. I feel like that's his logo, his hand. Joel Woolsey, okay? I'm not going to lie, there might be a special guest. I don't know what the odds of the special guest showing up. I'm going to go ahead and push that actually tonight or tomorrow, but you never know. He might pull up. But either way, I have so much to catch up with my boy Joel from State 48 Exotics. Make sure you head down to the link. Set your reminder. It's going down this Thursday, live and direct from State 48 Exotics residence. He just bought a new place in the mountains. I hope you have Wi-Fi. God damn it, Joel. We'll figure it out. But guys, just be ready. I'm excited. Joel is, if you guys don't know exactly the history of Joel, he had the podcast with the homie Adam from Beach Bum Exotics, Underground Reptiles, okay? Underground Reptiles was the very first podcast I ever got invited to go on. I went on it, and I realized how much I loved it. I also realized how much people should be able to cuss and smoke and do their thing, and that's what gave the birth to Unfiltered Reptiles podcast with the homie Forrest. But anyways, a lot to catching up to with my boy Joel, man. Joel is very tapped in with the puzzle project. He has fucking really legit pied gravel combos in his work, and I just cannot wait to tap in. It's all going down, like I said, Thursday night. Hey, by the way, Patreon members, I love you guys. If you want to tap in more than what you see here, if you want exclusive content, if you want to be a part of a Discord where you could sell snakes, buy snakes, look up snakes, find out about snakes, find out about breeders. How about that? How about not getting fucked over? Fuck, I would join any Patreon page just so I wouldn't get fucked over. Dead ass serious. Seriously. No Bob Smith activity going down on my Patreon page. So go down and join the family. I got to say, I fucking fuck with my family. I fuck with anybody, but honestly, my Patreon family, number one people I fuck with. But tonight, I fuck with this guy. It's my boy, Brian from Heath & Hatchery. What a great episode. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget. And I'll see you guys Thursday live and direct from Arizona. And I'm checking out. I smell tacos, motherfucker. Chee!